Hello everybody, and you didn't expect me to do a Freddie Fridays episode, did ya? Well, quite a bit of things happened last week, even though I am filming this around the time the announcement happened, and I'm also filming this around the time that Freddie Mercury would have been 73 years old. But you're watching this a week later, and I'm going to talk about what happened the week that I'm filming this today on this episode of Freddie Fridays. Okay, of course I showed this in one of my videos. Of course I have the Freddie Mercury Messenger of the Gods box set. This cost me quite a bit of money, and I still have to get the 2-disc release. Eventually I will, and I will compare with the digital download tracks, since this did come with the digital download code, and that was the main reason why I didn't get the CD release, since it had the digital download code. But I do want to get the CD release, and once I get that, I'm going to compare the CD tracks to the digital download tracks. That'll be for a future Freddie Fridays video. And this is an awesome box set if you can get it. And I also have, I don't think I've showed you this, I got Freddie Mercury's Mr. Bad Guy. And I don't know if this is an official release, but if you look at the compact disc logo, it has a different font, and I don't know if this is one of the official releases or it's a bootleg copy, but it sounded legitimate. It sounded really legitimate that I didn't mind it, and it has the lyrics and stuff. Everything's intact. Even the back looks like the original release. But just in case, if you know anything about this, let me know. And if it's a bootleg, let me know. But this is not about that. But I will be talking about Mr. Bad Guy pretty soon. I'm also showing that for this particular video, because there was a big announcement that came this particular week that I'm filming this, even though you're hearing this a week after. Because here's what the announcement was. It involves Freddie Mercury, and it has something to do with a new compilation and a new box set. And surprisingly enough, there's going to be special edition releases of Freddie Mercury Solo work. And I will explain in this press release. I'm only going to say snippets of this press release. You can read the entire press release at Queen Online, and I believe it's also available at Freddie Mercury's website. I'm reading this on the Queen's website. This press release was from the 5th of September, which was Freddie Mercury's birthday. And it talks about the new compilation that is coming out along with the box set and whatever not. And there's going to be quite a bit of material that will be released, and surprisingly enough, we are all getting it, that's UK and US, on the same day. Now what's coming out is called, this is the compilation that is coming out, it's called Never Boring. And the press release says this, press release, Never Boring, released October 11th, which means this is coming out October the 11th. And it's coming out in quite a bit of formats, including digital download releases. And you can even listen to it on Spotify. I think it will be available on Spotify pretty soon. Everything is also available for pre-order, by the way. Never Boring is going to be available as a regular 12-track compilation which it'll be available on CD and vinyl, and also it's going to be available as a limited edition picture disc release. And here's the thing though, if scalpers were thinking to buy multiple copies just to put them on eBay for quite a bit of money, you're going to have a problem, because the Queen Online Store is putting this particular release for limited amounts of ordering, which means you can only order a maximum of 3. If you order more than that, they will not count those orders and they will be canceled. The other thing, this particular release, there's only going to be 2019 copies. So there's only going to be 2019 orders. I don't know how long this is going to last. Thankfully, because of the limit, it will take quite a bit of time for the picture disc release to become out of stock. So you should be able to get this with no problems at all, because of the limit that the Queen Online Store set. So it's going to be available as a limited edition picture disc release. But that's not all. That is not all. It's also going to be available in a huge box set. What this is going to have, this is going to have the Never Boring compilation. It's going to have Mr. Bad Guy in Barcelona, a DVD and a Blu-ray, and a hardback book. And this particular box set is going to be quite cool when you buy it. And here's the thing. Here is the thing. Mr. Bad Guy, the thing that I just showed you, is getting a special edition release. Barcelona has already had one. That's also coming out. What's good about Barcelona, it's going to be available, the special edition one is going to be available in the United States for the very first time. Because once it was originally released back in 2012, because the special edition came out in 2012 of Barcelona, it didn't come out in the United States. But for the first time ever, it is coming out in the United States. So people like me can buy it and don't have to worry about importing it. Because I was going to import the Barcelona album, because both the special edition release of Mr. Bad Guy and Barcelona are going to be in that box set, along with the Never Boring compilation. And the compilation of Never Boring is going to be 12 tracks, I think. And here are the track listings for Never Boring. And you know the track listing for Mr. Bad Guy in Barcelona. If you've probably been Queen fans for quite a bit. But here's the track listing for Never Boring. The Great Pretender, I Was Born to Love You, Barcelona, In My Defense, Love Kills, How Can I Go On, the single version, Love Me Like There's No Tomorrow, Living on My Own, radio mix, The Golden Boy, single edit, Time Waits for No One, which is the release that came out this year in a picture disc vinyl and a CD. And there is even a music video that you can check out. That will be the track that will be on the Never Boring release. She Blows Hot and Cold, and Made in Heaven. And I believe those are going to be special edition tracks, which means they're not going to be the original tracks. So you're not going to get the original tracks that were on the Freddie Mercury Messenger of the Gods box set. Because I know for a fact that the tracks that are on the Neverborn, the original versions, are on the Messenger of the Gods box set. There is also, surprisingly enough, a music video of Love Me Like There's No Tomorrow, which I did watch and I really enjoyed it. It's about these two men that love each other, and one of them has this condition where certain things keep popping up in his body, and he is slowly dying. It's to portray this person as an AIDS patient, but this one person is in love with another person that doesn't have this particular thing, and it's quite a bit an awesome music video that will be down below in the description box. I'm giving that a green card, and the track Love Me Like There's No Tomorrow is the special edition release that will be available on the Mr. Bad Guy release and the Neverborn CD compilation. Now there's one more thing I wanted to talk about, and that was what came out this particular June that I did not talk about back in June because I was busy doing other things. And that was the music video for Time Waits for No One. After that happened, in July, there was a release and it was available on the Queen Online store for a limited time. But I think it is available at Udiscovery Music, which I will hopefully get both these releases, because what came out was the Time Waits for No One single, and I think it's only available now through the Udiscovery Music website, and you can buy it on a picture disc vinyl and CD, which I will get because I have the Freddie Mercury Messenger of the Gods box set. It would be worthless if I didn't have the Time Waits for No One single on vinyl. So I'm going to try to pick that up, because that would definitely complete my collection, because this came out in 2016 and the Time Waits for No One vinyl came out in 2019. So it wouldn't be complete if I didn't have that particular release, and I will get that. And I'm going to get the CD one too. It is available at Udiscovery Music. Now we'll have a link down below the description box. I only see the pre-order thing. It only says pre-order. Hopefully that will change. I'm not sure if the release applies to the North American market, I'm not sure. But I will say this, I will be getting that particular release at the Discovery Music website pretty soon. And that's all I really have to say. I talked about what happened this particular week, even though you know that it was last week. Queen fans and Freddie Mercury fans are getting a new particular compilation, and there's going to be a new special edition release. And of course, I mentioned Mr. Bad Guy was it. And of course, Barcelona came out as a special edition in 2012 in Britain. It will be available for the first time in the United States, which is cool. And there's going to be a huge box set, and it is available at the Queen Online Store. And I've seen it cheaper at the Queen Online Store compared to Amazon. It's also available on Amazon and other places. And you can pre-order all this stuff, and I will have the link to the press release to the Never Born compilation that is coming out, so you can check that press release out and read it for yourself. And it also has the track listing to Never Born and the rest of the releases that are coming out. So thank you very much for watching Freddie Fridays, everybody. And this has been a long video, and I do apologize. It was a lot to talk about. And I'll probably buy the box set, the huge box set that is coming out, that will include Never Boring and the Mr. Bad Guy and Barcelona special edition. And I'm going to probably buy Mr. Bad Guy and Barcelona special editions on vinyl too, because I wanted to get the Barcelona special edition. I was going to import it, but thankfully, with this new release and Barcelona coming out in America for the first time, I won't have to import it, which is cool. Thank you very much for watching Freddie Fridays, and I hope you enjoyed. I wanted to give this announcement because for Freddie Mercury fans, this is well worth it. This is a well worth talking about release. Thank you very much, everybody. Catch you next time. Later.